welcome to the Real List Podcast. Yeah, we trying something new. We live tonight. Yeah, that's right. We coming in live and heavy on the sneak tip. You know what I'm saying? I didn't send notification. I didn't do any of that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go on. I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna see what to do tonight. But anyway, tonight's show is the WIP. Hindsight's 2020 show. It's going to be a multitude of discussions because we got a lot of ground to cover, and that's what we're going to get down tonight. That's how we're going to get down tonight, for real, for sure. I just want to make sure I let you know that. So anyway, we got a lot to get down with. We're going to jump right into the show. Hindsight 2020. First of all, I would like to just basically thank you. Thank you all. Let me just settle back before I get all tuned up and go in on y'all ass. You know what I'm saying? So we want to get some music playing. But anyway, what I really wanted to get into was just telling you about the Hindsight's 2020 show. We're going to cover the whip moments. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into the whip moments. We're going to get into, why am I wearing the Kendrick Cherokee jersey? Shout out to Street Apparel, Players Hardaway. Y'all got to check out the back of this motherfucker too. Let me show y'all this one. Check out the back of this jersey. Check it out. That's right. The Willis on the back of that Joker. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Players Hardaway for making such thorough apparel. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my brother for that. Anyway, we're gonna get into a lot of discussions tonight. A lot. We're gonna talk about a great deal of things, but we're gonna play some music. We're gonna be cool. Yeah, we're gonna get it done tonight. Oh yeah. Hindsight is 2020. What I mean? It's about reflection. It's about understanding how far you have come in life and how far you have to go. It's like learning. It's mystery. You understand what I'm saying? It truly is. If you dig this right, if you understand how you can take life and you think about how life you're navigating through it every day, right? You're breaking this shit down. You're trying to live the next day better than you live today because you got more to accomplish. So you want to alleviate procrastination. You want to alleviate it. You want to alleviate, these certain type of ailments that you have, and those habitual type of behaviors that that kind of fuck you up a little bit. They kind of give you setbacks. So tonight's show is the hindsight is 2020 show. It's going to be a lot of history discussions. It's about behaviors and how we you know like I say, your habitual behaviors and how you got them in the first place. How did you become so habitual with your behaviors? Well, it's called living. Like, with Dr. AE and I, we on the we talk sometimes, and when we even have these things like setbacks, shit that just get in your way. You don't know why. It just shit just happen, just in your way. So let me get some music playing because we finna cover some whip moments. Finna get heavy tonight for y'all ass. So let me get some music going so we can get going. All right. Check me out. We're gonna go with some R&B. Switch that shit. Not feeling that shit. Hold up. That ain't too bad though. Now I gotta find some I can get my rhythm to tonight. Uh Not feeling that shit either. Anyway, we finna go. We finna get off. All right, we're gonna rock with that shit. We're gonna do that. Fuck it. For sure. All right, so anyway, about to get to some WIP moments. Yeah, we're about to get to some WIP moments. All right, so we're gonna set the show up. Thing is, I've been looking at a great deal of commentary that covers a lot of indigenous, the indigenous presence, the indigenous presence of melanated people globally, and how a lot of society, current society, modern day society, these are, as we discuss on this show a lot of times, that this in every landmass, in all of our cultures that exist right now today that we actually participate in. Do you understand that it's like the world has been colonized into an overlay mindset, and it's just a strange thing how it's perplexed how a lot of the indigenous cultures are starting to understand what happened, what went on, how did we get in this current condition. We're gonna cover that with the WIP moments, and we're gonna always gonna do some book shares. You understand? Let me go ahead and let you know that we're gonna share some books. We're gonna share, very pivotal books that have to do with etymology. I'm gonna share the book of etymology tonight again, and we're gonna read words, and then you're gonna understand them from ways that you didn't even see them, or what you didn't think that they meant before, and what you know that they mean now. I hope you understand where I'm coming from with that. Y'all, let's get some people in the room and let everybody know I'm live and I'm here. I'm gonna do some sharing myself. I want some more people in the room tonight. Yeah. Yep. We on all platforms. We on the platforms. We're on TikTok. Should be on every platform. Should be on YouTube. Should be on Facebook. Thank you guys for welcoming me back to Facebook. I appreciate you. So I'm gonna share the show. Let me share the show. See if it's showing that I'm live right now in my the Will This Podcast profile. Let me go here. Let me switch my account. Let me go here and share the show. All right. Let me see if it's sharing me out here, man. Let me see if I'm out here. I don't see myself like that. Let me see. I got 2 people in the room up here like that. Okay. Appreciate y'all coming in the room. Coming to my channel. Checking me out live. I'm about to get the show going. View channel. Is that what I gotta do? Yeah, that's what I had to do. View channel. So I'm gonna share it. Share it. Share it on the platforms. Letting everybody know that I'm live right now. Alright. Contacts. Now I'm not going through all of that bullshit. I'm not. Fuck that platform. I'll holler at Instagram, let them know I'm live. Alright, I'm about to share. Let everybody know I'm coming into, let everybody know to come into the room. Let y'all know y'all can come on in here, because I'm live tonight. That's what's up. All right, here we go. I'm going to share that. Either way, I'm about to start the show. All right, here we go, y'all. I'm not as popular as I want to be yet, and that's okay, though. It's all good. I do this for my therapy. Nah, it's cool, man. Everybody has to start somewhere. Humility is a great thing. It's a good thing. It's a wonderful situation. But anyway, Hindsight 2020. The show's about to start. We're about to kick it off. So the first WIP moment. Trying to maintain power that's not yours. See, everything starts with, everything has a root. Everything has a beginning. Everything has a starting point. It's like an atom. An atom doesn't know what it is until it notices itself, right? That's right. Just like the Garden of Eden, Adam, if you believe in that shit. It's multitudes. It's a multitude of starting and ending of this thing we call a human experience. It's phases, it's eras, So when it comes to saying hindsight is 2020, you have to reflect on antiquity, times of the past. And sometimes you will even figure out that in the recent times, when we start to understand how our grandparents and, think about it, our grandparents, like the oppressive system of the overlay society, the dominant culture, the oppression of the system and how it operated. So if you are indigenous, Black American like myself, American Indian, you will understand that if you have a vicious motherfucker like a European at that time, you gotta understand, this is jealousy. This is the changing of the tides of what you would call the Christian conquistador era. So this is the push to where the icons were under the state of being destroyed, under the state of being completely shoved off into oblivion, as they thought. But I have another take on that. I'm gonna tell you like this, I have a different take on the concept of this thing called race as well. If you think about it, check it out. Dealing with race relations and things of that nature and how they came about, race was embedded in the 1670s. Yeah, it was. 1670s, it was invented. And you got to think, how could such a powerful nation of people, multitude of nations of people, everybody with the dark complected, melanated hue, were relegated, if you think about it. Give me a few ticks, I'll be right back. I left something. Right back. I am back. I had to get my beverage. Had to do that, yeah. Now we can talk real good. Yes, indeed. All right, so anyway, where was I? Okay. Being what you would call, I would say, relegated. You know, the indigenous melanated cultures were relegated to as they were relegated to the inner workings of the land. As I told you, I know we discussed before on this show that some people, some humans on this planet have never even understood the construct of time. Don't know how old they are. Never was introduced to a calendar. Or a dentist. See, it's something about indigenous people. Whether they have not a tooth in their mouth that looks clean, they smile. They have a smile on their face. People are so grateful and appreciative for the smallest of things, the littlest of things, like just food, hygiene products, little things that make their life better, medicines. But the crazy part about it is, in the indigenous people, they still have the knowledge of how to make herbs and medicines and things to heal ailments, and they also got some shit so powerful it can kill your ass too. You dig? That's for real. So, trying to maintain power that is not yours, that's a hell of a thing to try to do, because you've manipulated every aspect of natural life to make things easier. You would say for everyone, but no, just for you. Because that's a system that you can manage, because you're still on top and you can relegate people how you would like to. That's just not fair, but because you're not even good at a system that you put in place, because it's not your actual system. And we know these things, right? As we study agriculture, we study lands, and we study the greatest builders, that when you see European looks at foreign lands, they even look at Stonehenge and they say, well, who built that? Oh, well, because your daddy built that. Anything that doesn't have any ties to Caucasian, it's a mystery, and they know that's a lot. Check it out. The more you study, I like to snack. Excuse me for snacking. I like to snack. But the more you study indigenous cultures, you'll start to understand the reason why they smile. When you don't come from much, you come from, that's what they say, when you don't come from much. That's perplex, right? Take everything, any and everything. Or did you take anything at all? Well, when you leave people out of an equation, I don't know if I will equate that as taking, but I will equate it as you missing out. As Dr. Agee and I discussed last night, when you have your foot on somebody's neck, the one thing you can't do, you're not that mobile either. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you can't move around too much. You can't pivot like you want to either. Can't. You're too worried about them. Get loose. Hmm. But what if, and snacking still, what if you were the only person holding yourself back though? Thinking you're holding someone back and that's what you're actually doing. That's what you're actually practicing. Yep. See, when you want to be in a superior position and you don't have the qualifications, that breeds inferiority specifically. So I'm walking and moving slow tonight. I got my beverage. I'm just gonna sit on here and finish my show the way the fuck I want to. So yeah, check it out. The next WIP moment. No honor. No. Oh, I'm sorry. No honor amongst us. We need that. Yeah, we do need honor amongst us. We need to bring that back. Respect is king. Respect is something that you want, but you also have to give. It's called an exchange. You always want to exchange properly with people. You always want to exchange, letting people know that you're for them, and that you understand, so that you can give a proper resolution to the sum of a conversation. You understand? It's very important. It's called honor. They used to say, like, check it out. Liars, right? They say there is no honor amongst thieves. But what about liars? Honor it's the disassociate. It's the disassociate of a liar. Liars don't give a shit about honor. Liars are manipulators. Liars will make you think they are in the most problematic situation just to stir you up to help them, and they will annihilate you and take your position. There are people that actually had a culture like that existed a while ago, 1800s, called the Khazarians. Khazarians had that type of culture. Yeah, they used to. What they would do is they would lure foreigners into their home, take care of them, feed them. Then they would kill them and steal their identities and live out the rest of their lives as if they were that person. Yeah, that's why they began to change and consume a different identity, a stolen identity. There's no honor in stealing identities. It was the Balfour Act, 1947. I'm real time, so if y'all coming in the room, y'all know what I'm talking about with that Balfour Act, Germany. Not Germany, that was Britain. Balfour Act. Yeah, that's what brought Israel to inception. Yeah. Those were the Khazarians. Those are facts. So anyway, I digress. Moving on to the next point. Retiring elders early What about them elders? Let's talk about those. I got the Disrespect for Elders show, and I thank y'all for watching that show and bringing that show to a lot of light. It's great. I'm thankful. I'm grateful for that. Appreciate you. Yeah, because they kind of deserve that. They kind of deserve it because they are. It's the elders, man. Let me break it down while I say retiring elders early. As I was describing earlier when I was going live on on one show, I was pretty much explaining that, if you take baby boomers, baby boomers, they was coming out of a very immense time of oppression and strife, slavery, Jim Crow at his creation. So let me explain. When you're in survival mode does not allow you the ability to really grow up. It doesn't. It doesn't at all. You're able to survive, gain skills, and you're able to be a little crafty at those skills as well. But at the end of the day, where's your vision? You know how to feed your stomach, you know how to survive, but you can't really take care of kids. You can take care of kids, feed them, teach them how to work and do all of that kind of stuff. But what's being learned on the other side of that equation? Yeah, snack. So what's being learned on the other side is, check it out. Infrastructure that's being put in, set in place. Textiles. They running a lumber yard. They running a railroad. But you have all the skills because all of these things were in place. The plans, all of these things. There were councils. There were world councils before a NATO council or. Well, check this out. If they had the Nicene Council in 325 AD, where they deemed Jesus was a creation, Caesar Borgia, before that, Serapis Christos, world got a lot of saviors. 16 world crucified saviors. Let me show you. You ever seen this book by Kersey Graves? The world's 16 crucified saviors. Ever seen that before? So check it out. The world's 16 crucified saviors by Kersey Graves. Known to be his masterpiece of free thought literature. The world's 16 crucified saviors has been out of print but sold out for many years. A small part of the reprinted in a book your church doesn't want you to read in 1994, thereby for causing renewed interest. Many people are unaware that before Christianity, there were 15 other religions that also had a Savior who died for their sins, that arose from the dead. Grace gives us all the details aside, plus more found in the common like Immaculate Conception of the gods, virgin born God, shepherds and angels who visited the infant Savior at birth. Day of the gods began December 25th, plus the explanation of how Jesus began to worship as a God. Some scholars are suggested that Jesus had spent time in India. One chapter in this book discovers 364 striking analogies between Christ and Krishna, the Hindu god. Could this same story have traveled from India rather than the man himself? Could this ever-present story, the greatest story ever told, be the common link between all early religions? Has the purpose of religion in general been designed to provide all of mankind with the common set of beliefs to keep us from learning the real truth for ourselves? It is difficult to answer these questions, and it probably always will be. But this book offers us a small step closer to the answer. It shows that Christianity is not alone and special in its beliefs. It's not. It may cause us to explore further into origins of religion, because origins of religion are rooted in spirituality. And just so happen the dominant culture or the world dominant society doesn't like its ethnic roots. That's why they start with the Greeks. It's a pitiful thing. It's a shame. It's not a very it's not the greatest shit in the world to do, but the world saviors. I'm telling you, this book has let me let you know 346 striking allegories between Christ and Krishna. Now I know I got a lot of fans in India, so y'all gonna appreciate this one right here. Check it out. 346 striking analogies between Krishna, their miracles, history, and leading principles. The advent of each savior was miraculously foretold by prophets. The fallen and denigration condition in the human race is taught in the religion of each. A plan to restore or salvation is provided in each case. A divine savior is considered necessary in both cases. The necessary of atoning for the sins is taught. In the religions of each. A god or son of God is selected as a victim of the atoning sacrifice in each case. This god is sent down from heaven in each case in the form of a man, the God and the Savior. Now come on. Yep. And there are plenty more. Reappearance and the ascension of the Savior. This is chapter 20. Many cases are related by their respective sacrifice. Many cases are related by their respective sacred narratives of the ancient saviors and other beings possessing the forms of man and previously recognized as men, reappearing in their disciples and friends after having been co-signed to the tomb of 3 days or longer or shorter period of time in their final ascension to the house in many mansions. It is related that Indian and Hindu saviors Krishna, after offspring, have risen from the dead and appeared again in his disciples. Haven't y'all heard that before? Doesn't that sound extremely familiar? I'm sure it does. Now, we're gonna move on to the next WIP moment because no honor around us. But we need that. Now we set these, your grandmama tell you, everybody tell you believe in Jesus. They don't never tell you believe in you. They talk down on you. Yeah, they talk ugly to you, but they never tell you to believe in you. That's it's always a little weird because it's culturally based. You understand what I'm saying? So let me get you to my next WIP moment. I was talking about retiring elders earlier, but no relationship with the young. Yeah, they don't have a relationship with the young because they want to disrespect the young, treat the young as if they are perpetual children and would never grow up and become elders. When elders don't teach you things that you can and supposed to learn when you become an elder, then that's a selfish elder. That's a despicable elder. All elders aren't good people. All people aren't good people. They just get old. They just get older. But do they learn anything? Are you still developing yourself as an elder? I guess they say so when they read the Bible, but I don't think so. They too busy hating you for not doing it. All right. Next WIP moment, still snacking. Human pain comes from human stupidity. Again, human pain comes from human stupidity or humans just being stupid. It's a pretty awful thing to be so egoically based that you would hide and restrict the savior of humanity because your ego will let you know or tell you if you can't be in charge, nobody can be in charge. Look at the culture today. America has a group of people that wanted other people to suffer so fucking bad that they would vote against their own self-interest. We discussed that last night with me and Dr. A.E. Yep. I want you to feel sorry for them. Hindsight 2020. When you make the wrong fucking decision and expect sympathy, that's pretty kind of fucked up and wicked within itself. It says you don't want to be accountable for a goddamn thing. I fucked up, now fix it. What that sound like to you? I was told by one of my bosses before. I said, why would you just fuck everything up? I'll just fucking fix it. When has any melanated person in this society ever been able to fuck up on purpose and get to gloat about just being able to fucking fix it without a care in the fucking world? That doesn't happen when this is not your world. Oh, that happens when this is not your world. That's what happens. To be honest with you, my next WIP moment, I want you to really think about this shit. When you're a perpetual child, how can you really gain a real good ideology? A fitting ideology that's going to carry you to your older age, that's going to take care of you, that's going to at least give you the ability to help others be something that you really want to be. Why wouldn't you want to work towards a path like that? That shit's dope too, though. I think so. But really now, it's time to know what time it is, man. It's like, if you don't understand the knowledge that's readily available, and I hope that I don't ever be in a position where you feel like this cat has so much to say. Let me tell you something. The more I learn how much I don't know. It's a very humbling experience. Everybody on this planet has the tendency to try to miscategorize you. Call you things, call you out of your name, call you out of your place, call you out of your whole fucking being. Don't know you. Just want to degrade you. It's a sad fucking situation, man. It's not cool. It's just poor piss. But anyway, I'm gonna get you to my next WIP moment because we got to get up out of here. It's gonna be a slow show tonight. I just had to say thank you guys. Thank you guys on TikTok. Thank you here on Facebook, Instagram. I mean here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, man. Thank y'all so much for subscribing, being active. I know it's new, it's still picking up. Still got shit I want to do. Yeah. It's gonna be great, but my clothing line is gonna be fantastic. I'm pretty sure about that. So, but I'll do part 2 to this show tomorrow. Hindsight's 2020. This is my live experience. This live is a little different from me doing and manipulating the things that I want to do. So it's kind of hard for me to interact with myself knowing I'm live. So I guess it's mental, I would say. But it's cool. We got through it. You know, just want to leave you with a good solution. We're in the stages of it seems like in the globe right now that we're in a diseased state mentally. All these damn wars and goddamn Israel out of line, Iran out of line. All these fighting. People that have been through enough. They have literally displaced a whole nation of people. Everybody's telling everybody right now they gotta hold their own fucking nuts. That's what it seemed like to me. Everybody gotta hold their own goddamn nuts. Shout out to Tariq Nasheed because he told them that would happen. I brought it up last night, but that's kind of the situation. And I just want people to understand one thing in humanity. Don't forget that you're human. Don't forget to have humanity. Show humanity to people, that are right there, next to you, your neighbors. We got to get to a place of healing and somehow because the world is, people are disease-minded, It's fucked up. I'm going to elaborate on all of this a little more because I think that's sort of applicable in a lot of ways. But peace and love, to everybody that's going through a whole bunch of pain and strife and a whole bunch of shit that it's just, a little hard for them right now, a little tough. Everybody's fucking struggling financially and struggling in every other kind of way they need or want or can believe they would never even thought to have struggled through. But you know what? Hey, practice proper morals and ethics. Leave the bullshit where it is and find some refuge. I did a show about that. You should probably check it out. But happy Friday night to you people. I'm getting a little tired. I just wanted to say what's up again. Kind of woke myself out a little earlier. I'm going to do a part 2 of this show because it's probably necessary. But remember, once again, this ease, everything is a dis-ease around here. So you got to focus on things that are going to heal you, that are going to make you better for you. So I'm going to check out. And remember, the wheel. Damn, the water right. Excuse me. I don't think I like going live on my app like this. I think I like going live straight to YouTube. This shit too weird for me. It looks too, I feel like controlled and shit. But anyway, y'all remember the wheel is yours. My favorite part of the show because this show is over. It's alive, but I feel lackluster, and I can't get where I want to be. So I'm gonna go to the garage. I ain't coming back on this motherfucker though. Say this for another day. I got shit to do. Tomorrow. But anyway, y'all take care. I got one person watching. Appreciate you, homie. Thank you. Or whoever you are. So y'all take care, man. Y'all have a good night, good morning, whatever the fuck you got going on, what you doing. But anyway, the wheel is yours. For sure. Peace, man.